Hey everyone! Welcome to the Event Hub, where every event turns into an unforgettable experience. The 2026 BNP Paribas Open at Indian Wells, often affectionately referred to as Tennis Paradise, has just witnessed a seismic event in its second round. The round of 64. All of China is quite literally in a state of shock today. The legendary Chinese veteran, a pioneer of modern Asian tennis and a multiple-time Grand Slam quarterfinalist and doubles champion, Zhang Shuai has been spectacularly overthrown. And the architect of this incredible upset, the 20-year-old rising phenomenon from the Philippines, Alexandra Eala. If you are just joining us, you are witnessing the dawn of a completely new era in women's tennis. Alexandra Eala, who arrived in Southern California riding the absolute crest of a wave with a career-high world ranking of number 31, has just delivered a masterclass performance that will be talked about for years to come. This was not just a tennis match. This was a passing of the torch, a clash of generations, and a statement to the entire WTA tour that the Filipina powerhouse is here to claim her throne. Coming into this tournament as a seeded player for the very first time at a WTA 1000 event, Eala enjoyed a first-round bye. The anticipation was incredibly high. She was waiting to see who she would face, either the dangerous Ukrainian Diana Yastremska or the seasoned Chinese icon Zhang Shuai. When Zhang emerged victorious from her first-round battle, the stage was set for a highly anticipated All-Asian showdown. She is a Grand Slam champion in doubles, a phenomenal singles player who has graced the second week of majors time and time again, and a national hero in China. Her recent resurgence, including a fantastic run at the Merida Open, where she leaped up the rankings, signaled that the 37-year-old veteran was far from finished. She brought experience, guile, and an incredibly heavy ball to this matchup. But today, she ran into a buzzsaw. She ran into a 20-year-old Filipina who plays with the poise of a seasoned veteran. The tactical genius of a chess grandmaster and the raw, unadulterated power of a true modern baseline slugger. Alexandra Eala did not just win this match. She dismantled a legend. The scoreline, the execution, the sheer athleticism displayed by Eala has left the entire tennis world speechless. In the Philippines, the streets are undoubtedly buzzing. Social media is on absolute fire. The pride swelling in the hearts of millions of Filipino fans is palpable, transcending the sport itself. Eala is not just winning tennis matches. She is carrying the hopes and dreams of an entire nation and arguably shifting the epicenter of Southeast Asian tennis single-handedly. Let us take a moment to absorb the incredible atmosphere that surrounded this match. Indian Wells is known for its slow, gritty hard courts, a surface that demands extreme patience, heavy topspin, and physical endurance. The desert air, the glaring sun, and the swirling winds contest the resolve of even the greatest champions. Eala, however, looked entirely at home. Having prepared meticulously alongside tour veterans like Laura Seijan and rising stars like Selena Sierra, Eala stepped onto the court with a clear, unwavering game plan. The crowd, an electric mix of die-hard tennis aficionados and a massive, vocal contingent of Filipino supporters waving their flags, created an atmosphere that felt more like a Grand Slam final than a second-round encounter. And Eala fed off that energy beautifully. The shock in China is not just about the loss. It is about the manner of the defeat. Zhang Shuai is known for her impeccable timing and her ability to redirect pace. But Eala completely neutralized Zhang's weapons. The Filipina's signature left-handed forehand was an absolute weapon of mass destruction today, generating angles that pulled Zhang miles out of court. Eala's defense, historically an area she has worked tirelessly to improve, was an impenetrable wall. Every time Zhang thought she had hit a clean winner, Eala was there sliding gracefully on the hard court, absorbing the pace and throwing the ball back with even more venom. It was a suffocating display of modern first-strike tennis blended with elite counterpunching. This victory is the culmination of a spectacular 12 months for Alexandra Eala. Let's rewind just a little bit to appreciate this meteoric rise. A year ago, she was grinding away on the ITF circuit, battling in smaller tournaments, trying to break through the formidable barrier of the top 100. Then came the incredible wildcard run at the Miami Open in 2025, where she shocked Grand Slam champions like Iga Swiatek, Juliana Oropino, and Madison Keys. She proved then that she had the game to hang with the absolute elite. She followed that up with a WTA 125 title in Guadalajara, a maiden WTA Tour final on the grass courts of Eastbourne, and monumental main draw victories at the French Open and the US Open. Eala has transitioned from a highly touted prospect from the Rafinado Academy to a bona fide top-tier contender in record time. Just last month, she reached the quarterfinals of the Dubai Tennis Championships, stunning world number 8 Jasmine Paolini along the way, proving that her game translates beautifully to the fast hard courts of the Middle East. And now she has brought that momentum to the California desert. Beating a player of Jingai caliber, a player who commands so much respect in the locker room and across the Asian continent, elevates Eala's status significantly. It sends a chilling message to the rest of the draw. This is a player who is no longer just happy to be here. This is a player who expects to win. The absolute shock radiating through the Chinese tennis community right now is a testament to the sudden, undeniable realization that a new queen of Asian tennis is rapidly ascending the throne. The old guard is being aggressively challenged, and Alexandra Eala is leading the charge with a fearless, unrelenting brand of tennis. We are going to break down exactly how this happened. We will look at the tactical nuances, the crucial turning points of the match, the statistical dominance of the 20-year-old Filipina, and what this massive result means for the landscape of the WTA Tour. As we head deeper into this prestigious WTA 1000 event, the implications of this round of 64 clash go far beyond just one tournament. They signal a profound shift in the regional power dynamics of professional tennis. So sit tight, grab a drink, and get ready, because we are about to take a deep, comprehensive dive into the match that has stunned China and cemented Alexandra Eala's status as a global tennis superstar. Let us transition into the main body of our analysis and truly dissect what transpired on the courts of Indian Wells today. To understand how Alexandra Eala shocked the world and dismantled Zhang Shuai, we have to look at the tactical warfare that unfolded from the very first point. Tennis at this level is high-speed physical chess. Zhang Shuai, with her wealth of experience, thrives on rhythm. She loves the ball coming at her with consistent pace, so she can use her exceptional hand-eye coordination to redirect it flat and deep into the corners. Xiong's backhand down the line is one of the most beautiful and lethal shots on the WTA Tour when she is timed to set up. Eala and her coaching team clearly did their homework. The primary objective for Eala was obvious from the first ball struck. Deny Zhang Shuai any semblance of rhythm. How did she execute this? It started with the serve. Eala's serve has evolved remarkably over the past year. It is no longer just a way to start the point. It is a dynamic weapon. Being a southpaw gives Eala a natural advantage, particularly on the ad side of the court. Today, Eala utilized a heavy slicing out wide serve that completely dragged Zhang off the court, opening up massive amounts of space for Eala's devastating first ball forehand. But it wasn't just the wide serve. It was the sheer unpredictability. Eala mixed in high-kicking serves to forehand wing. Traditionally, Zhang's slightly less stable side under pressure, forcing the Chinese veteran to hit from awkward heights above her shoulder. This immediately put Zhang on the defensive right off the return, preventing her from stepping inside the baseline and dictating play, which is where the Chinese legend is most dangerous. When the rallies extended past the first few shots, Eala showcased a level of point construction that belies her 20 years of age. On the slow, high-bouncing hard courts of the Indian Wells Tennis Garden, raw power is often not enough to hit through a seasoned defender like Zhang. You need heavy topspin to push your opponent back, and you need precise angles to pull them wide. Eala used her heavy looping forehand to completely pin Zhang deep behind the baseline. Eala was consistently hitting the ball with an incredibly high trajectory, allowing the ball to bite into the court and jump viciously. Zhang, who prefers the ball lower in her strike zone, found herself constantly reaching and shanking balls, unable to find that crisp, flat contact she relies on. Furthermore, Eala's backhand has transformed into an absolute rock. Early in her career, opponents would incessantly target her backhand, hoping to extract unforced errors. Today, Eala used her two-handed backhand not just as a shield, but as a sword. When Zhang tried to aggressively change direction and hit cross-court to the Eala backhand, the Filipino was ready. She absorbed the pace brilliantly, squatting low, holding her ground on the baseline and ripping the ball down the line with stunning accuracy. These rapid changes of direction caught Zhang completely flat-foot on multiple occasions. But perhaps the most shocking element of this match, and the aspect that has undoubtedly left the Chinese tennis establishment reeling, was Eala's sheer physical dominance. Jinga is known for her incredible fitness and tenacity. But today, Eala looked like the superior athlete in every single dimension. Eala was incredibly explosive out of the corners. Her court coverage was phenomenal. Zhang attempted on several occasions to use the drop shot to break up Eala's baseline rhythm, a tactic that has worked for Zhang against power players in the past. But Eala anticipated these beautifully, sprinting forward with blistering speed, arriving at the ball with time to spare and executing delicate angled passing shots that left the crowd roaring. Let us also talk about the mental fortitude displayed by the young Filipina. Playing a legend of the sport, especially one from your own continent, can be incredibly daunting. The pressure of being the newly minted world number 31, the pressure of a massive, expectant fan base, and the pressure of playing your first main draw match at Indian Wells could have easily overwhelmed a younger, less mature player. Eala, however, displayed a terrifying calm. There were moments in the match where Zhang Shuai dug deep, finding incredible passing shots and showing flashes of the brilliance that has made her a multi-time Grand Slam quarterfinalist. In the past, dropping a few consecutive points to a veteran might have caused a young player to rush, to overheat, to panic. Eala did none of that. She took her time between points, went to her towel, visualized her patterns, and stepped back up to the baseline with absolute focus. Her emotional regulation was that of a 10-year tour veteran. This mental strength was most evident on the breakpoints. In modern tennis, the difference between winning and losing often comes down to the performance on breakpoints. Eala was absolutely clinical today. When she had the opportunity to break Zhang's serve, she did not retreat into a defensive shell. She stepped up, took the ball early, and dictated the terms of the engagement. Conversely, on the rare occasion she faced pressure on her own serve, Eala relied on her heavily disguised first serve to bail herself out, frequently drawing weak, short returns that she easily put away. The impact of this match goes significantly beyond the technical and statistical dominance. It is a psychological blow to the old guard. For years, players like Zhang Shuai, Lina, and Sonia Mesa were the undisputed queens of Asian tennis, setting the standard and paving the way. They showed that players from Asia could win Grand Slams, could hold the #1 ranking in doubles, and could compete at the very highest echelon of the sport. Alexandra Eala is the direct beneficiary of the paths paved by these legends. But today, Eala signaled that she is no longer just following in their footsteps. She is actively writing her own history and taking the crown for herself.